that like saying goodbye to these guys? Was it different?
Sure it was. We'd all gone through something that I'd never wish on anybody. But we went through it. We got away with it. We dodged the worst bullet ever imaginable. How can you go through that with a group of people and not have it bring you closer together? Because that's not the sort of thing that happens to people. It's just... I don't have words for it. It's just something that we went through together, and it still haunts me. And I hope it never goes away. I don't want it to go away.
Why is that?
It keeps me on my toes. Makes me a better person. In 35 years, nothing like that's ever happened to me. And you have to make sure that you do everything in your power to make sure it never happens again. The crew are very, very adept at hiding shit from me. They are good. I mean, you talk about clandestine. They can be like a cat trying to cover it up on a hot tin roof. They got it out of there and gone before you even know it happened. You know, I'm still trying to figure out who the couple was in the van.
Oh my God.
All I saw was feet, and I don't look at their feet close enough to know. You know, like, I know who that is. But they are really good at covering stuff up.
Do you prefer it that way?
Sure, there's a lot of things I don't need to know. As long as we're getting along relatively well and we're getting the job done and the guests are happy and nobody's being brutal to anybody, yeah. I don't need to know that stuff. They want to think they got away with it? Fine. I'm good with that. It's like saying no hookups on board. Sure, that's going to work out really well. Like, go check the bosun's locker. I don't know why anybody would want to get it on with all those wet mops and shit, but I guess it goes with being young. I'm more of a comfort person myself.
Why is the bosun's locker a go-to place?
Well, it's not a go-to place, but I mean, it has a door that you can lock from the inside. Middle of the night, it's an optimal spot. Nobody's going to start scrubbing the boat in the middle of the night or drying anything off. That ain't going to happen. Until you hear, "Motherfucker, shut that door!" That did happen.
Do you have an aquarium?
An aquarium?
Or something we could use as an aquarium?
Why?
As a table setting.
Why, do you have live animals?
I want to catch some.
I've never had ever in my life a chef tell me the table centerpiece. No.
Being in Tahiti, you know, the ocean is such a big part of everybody's life. It represents the whole vibe over there, all the creatures in the ocean and everything. And I wanted to give that to the guests. I wanted them to be able to experience it, having like a live aquarium on their table.
You should see what we got.
Oh God, it's alive.
Cool, man. Nice little outing for you. Hell, it looks like something out of Godzilla.
When I saw this creature, it was so beautiful. In the water, it was like big with these spikes and red and black. It was quite stunning. But I mean, at the same time, I see beauty in most things in nature. And I didn't realize that not everybody shares my vision. So I brought back apparently what was a monstrosity. Yeah, no, it was a fail for sure.
Do you mind if I ask, why did you want to go snorkeling for sea life? Like, usually you've never asked me about the centerpiece on the table before. We didn't end up using any of it.
Well, I mean, that was your choice.
It would have been a bit distracting.
It's very passive-aggressive, like you know how to do so well. Very tiring at the end of the day. It's just like, man, always.
Adrien, I don't want it to end on a bad note. I enjoyed working with you, and I think you're very talented
I want to end
and
this
amazing.
conversation. Negative energy in general, people that are negative or create a lot of drama tend to really weigh on me. So it's tough.
Adrien, it's kind of like dating someone. At first, we're all putting like, I woke up like this.
Yeah, natural.
So natural. When really it's like 4 hours of prep. First
True story.
I know. Anyways, but then you find out, they're like, oh, I love going to the gym and being healthy, and you realize really they're stoners that like eat Netflix, and they have like a weird drawer that's full of weirdness. And you're like, who are you? You know?
Due to my sensitivity, I've had to like do a lot of practice, like meditation and different alternative healing to kind of take a step back from my emotions, because I just absorb everything. So if I keep my practice up, I can kind of create a barrier, but otherwise it really affects me.
He's young. He's very young. And I think he was trying to be cooler than he was.
I love creating kind of a unique universe for the guests. You know, I want them to experience not only my food, but table decoration, you know, all the senses.
I think that he just cracked at the last second. And
There's so much pressure though, isn't it?
It's a lot of pressure to every day be somebody you're not, I would imagine.
You're seeing things, you're smelling things, you're hearing things. Just if it was all up to me, people would have little speakers like in each chair that would, you know, like you go to the IMAX and you have like different things popping out under your legs, and you know, for me it's a whole experience.
There's only so much of that you can do. There's only so much of that persona that you can do.
At least I gave it a try, and it was a fun experience. And it's too bad because I brought back a bunch of shells and corals and things like that were beautiful, but Kate didn't use any of them.
I think Adrien is young and he looks young, so I think he is always feeling like he needs to
prove
himself when his cooking is so amazing
proves it.
that he doesn't need to do anything.
Yeah.
But I think he just got tired of proving himself, and I get that.
Hey, this is Ashton and Ross from Below Deck. Click here to subscribe and click over here for more videos.